In this lesson, we'll use Learnit's custom Airfoil Wing Generator to create a clean airplane wing directly in Autodesk Fusion. We'll cover airfoil presets, chord, span, sweep, dihedral, and washout. Welcome to the Learnit channel. Let's make an airplane wing. In this tutorial, I'll show you one of my favorite scripts, the Airfoil Wing Generator. Let's go to Utilities, then Add-ins. If you haven't installed the script yet, use the link in the description below to learn how to install this particular script. But let's say for a moment that you already have it installed. Here it is. You can see the scripts that are currently available. And if I go to the Airfoil Wing Generator, right-click and choose Favorite, I can then go over to the browser and click Favorites. There's our Airfoil Wing Generator. You can double-click it or select it and click Run, whichever works best for you. Let's start with the visual profile guide to see how to use this generator. First, we choose the unit system. Metric uses millimeters and imperial uses inches. Changing units also updates the default size values, which we'll see in a moment. Next, select the airfoil. We can use one of the presets or choose the custom NACA 4-digit option and enter our own code, which we'll talk about in a moment. Then we set the wing size. The wing builds from the root at the origin toward Y positive. Of course, you can adjust the direction later to suit the way your airplane body has been created. Then we can adjust the shaping. There are several different settings here that we can adjust, and then we click OK to generate the wing. Let's scroll down to the visual airfoil profiles. Here we have symmetrical, thicker symmetrical, general cambered, higher camber, and a short description for each one. Here we can understand NACA 4-digit codes. We've got a few different examples. If you need 5-digit, 6-digit, 7, 8-digit NACA codes, please mention that in the comments below. If the script is useful and enough people are interested, I'd be happy to adjust the code and add the 5, 6, 7, and 8-digit options so that you can create different airfoil profiles. Let's keep going down to the dialog input reference. This shows what each input does and gives a helpful note for each one. For example, let's look at the dihedral angle. This raises the wingtip along Z as the wing extends. The default is 5 degrees. Next, we have recommended starting values: simple wing, smooth or complex wing, faster testing, and clean output. Make sure to read through these so that you can get an idea of what you may want for your wing design. Let's close this and we can continue with the Airfoil Wing Generator and look at a few more settings. I'm going to choose metric as the unit system and use the general cambered NACA 2412 preset. Trailing edge style. To understand this, let's go back to the profile guide, then go to the dialog input reference. You can see that trailing edge style either creates a pointed trailing edge or a small flat trailing edge. We'll show that in a moment. Root chord, tip chord percentage. We've got several different things that we can select. We've also got create reference parameters. This doesn't drive or control your design later on, but it does create reference parameters that you can refer to later so that you don't forget the settings you first used. Let's start with the basics. Click OK. Now we can go to the ISO view, and there's our wing. It looks great. I'm going to switch to the front view so you can see that it is going up in Z toward the tip of the wing. You can see we have our root profile at the base of the wing. We have the smaller profile at the tip of our wing. To understand these settings further, let's go back to the script and run the airfoil generator. The root chord is the main chord length of our wing, measured from the leading edge to the trailing edge. In this case, 150 millimeters. Now, if we zoom in here, you can see that this trailing edge comes to a point. With the formula for NACA airfoils, there's a small opening at the trailing edge. So you either bring it to a pointed trailing edge or make it flat. We'll look at the flat option in just a moment. Then we have the tip chord mode. This is set to percentage of root chord. So this is saying that the chord length at the wingtip is 50% of the root chord. Next, we have the wing length or span, which in this case is 600 millimeters long. Then we have the sweep angle. I'll show you in a moment what this actually does, along with the dihedral angle. Again, if we go to the front view, the wingtip is rising in Z at 5 degrees. Then we have the washout or twist angle, which I'll show in a moment, along with loft stations. And again, we have airfoil resolution. Let's take this one step at a time. I'm going to click OK. Unfortunately, I created another wing there, so I'll just undo that. Let's go back to our script. Now I'm going to show you what the flat trailing edge looks like. Let's click OK. I can hide that first wing. Here you can see that we have a flat edge at the back that simply joins the two sides of the profile created by the formula, because again, there is usually a small opening there that must be closed. This option creates the flat trailing edge. I'll hide that now. Let's go back to the next example. Very good. Now let's look at the tip chord percentage. I can bring this down maybe to 30, click OK, it generated successfully. And you can see here that the wingtip is much smaller. That looks really good. Okay, let's hide that. Let's keep going. I like that 30%. You can also enter a specific dimension. Because this was originally set to 50%, the specific dimension is showing the tip chord dimension as 75 millimeters. And of course, we can set this to whatever we want. Let's change it to 50 millimeters. For the wing length or span, let's set it to 900 millimeters. Okay, beautiful. Now it's a longer wing. Very good. Usually, you're not going to create a lot of different wings in one particular design. You'll probably just create one, but this is a good way to compare what the generator can do. So let's go back to scripts and add-ins and then run our script. Now let's look at the sweep angle. The first wing we created was at 0 degrees. Let's see what 20 degrees does and click OK. There we go. Let's compare it with the first one. You can see the sweep angle is now going back in the X direction toward X positive. Let's go back to our add-in. For the dihedral angle, we can make this a little more aggressive. Let's set it to 20 and sweep to 20 just to show what this looks like. And then click OK. Now you can see that this goes 20 degrees back in X and 20 degrees up in Z. Let's go to scripts and add-ins again. Now we can look at the washout twist angle. If we go back to the profile guide and scroll down to that definition, the washout twist angle twists the airfoil from root to tip around the quarter chord line. The default is 0 degrees. If you look at loft stations, this creates a number of airfoil sections used to create the loft. In the special note, you can see that using more stations helps with stronger sweep and twist transitions. So let's click OK. The loft station count is 2. Let's change it to 3 for fun. We'll start with that. Click OK. Let's expand the wing we just created. If we look at the construction geometry here, we now have the station 2 plane right at the midpoint between the root and the wingtip. Very good. Let's add another example. We'll go back to add-ins, click the Airfoil Wing Generator. I'm going to create 4 loft stations. Very good. Let's hide this wing and then go to our construction planes. We have station 2, station 3, and the tip. So there are 4 total. The origin or first plane plus the other planes moving along the wing. Let's go back to our add-in, double click it. I'm going to use 3 loft stations and then add a twist angle. Let's set it to 10 degrees and see what this looks like. Here we go. Now we can hide the first one. Here we have a very interesting design. You may need to experiment with this to get the specific type of wing you're looking for, but this creates twist and makes the generated design much more interesting. So have fun with these settings. From the research I did, this is something many RC enthusiasts use. If you have a particular setting you really like, please let me know. I'd love to see your designs, and of course you can join our Discord server for free and share renders and settings for the benefit of the Learn It community. Let's keep going. Let's go back to our script, double click the Airfoil Wing Generator, and then look at Airfoil Resolution. Let's go back to the profile guide and scroll down here to Airfoil Resolution, which is the number of profile points used for each airfoil sketch. Higher values are smoother, but they can be slower. So let's close this. I'm going to double this and see how long it takes. There we go. It's very quick. This controls the number of points calculated to drive the airfoil profile. Once you've done that, you can continue finishing the wing or adding whatever internal components you need. At this point, we can go to Create, choose Mirror, and simply mirror the wing around the mirror plane, which in this case is the XZ construction plane. Let's click OK. Now both wings are ready to be connected to the airplane body. If you have an idea for another script, please drop it in the comments below. This Airfoil Wing Generator script is free for Titanium tier Patreon members and above, or can be purchased outright. Members receive updates as part of their membership. If you purchase the script outright, you'll receive permanent updates for as long as the script is available. Links are in the description. Have fun with this one, and thanks for learning with the Learn It channel.